was going to get up?
Huh?
Did you think he was going to get up?
Oh no, once I saw his eyes and that, and then I thought, we'll get through. Yeah. Oh, once I saw his facials and I saw his eyes, and then I thought, that was a good punch that landed, and looked over to Kevin. He was, jumping up happy, and then I was happy, and then. Yeah.
Joseph, that your best fight?
It definitely was. This whole year we've been working. It's like a little test, and then this was the big test. And like I said in the beginning, we're going to work the body. Me and Kevin will be practicing a big body game, establishing the jab in the beginning. So we controlled the fight, controlled the action, and slowed it down. And then the big punch connected, which was good.
Joe, you looked a little concerned when he went down, I saw. Was that kind of a measure of the rapport you guys had during the week?
No, I just always feel sorry for them when they're in that state, but it was just a good victory, and I was happy that he was able to get up at the end, and he was all good. Yeah.
Fight plan kind of carried out perfectly, really?
I was like when I came back to the corner every round, after every round, Kevin was saying, excellent job, you're following the plan, keep up what you're doing, and eventually it will come. So we went on that fourth round, and Kevin told me to sometimes fake the hook and then throw the hand, which I did, and he wasn't expecting it. So there's those punches that you don't expect are the ones that they get to you.
So at the end of the year, what now? A bit of a break? Or?
We're going to go and change the room, celebrate with the team, and then get off after this and just relax, and then go on a bit of a holiday.
Do you have anyone specifically in your sights now?
It's not really my decision to make. The whole team's going to sit down probably the end of this year or beginning of next year, and we're going to set the plan again, and we'll come up with an opponent once we all discuss it.
So if that was the end of your exam, I guess you'd say you aced it?
Oh, Kevin said he doesn't want anything but A+, so hopefully that was A+, coach.
It was A+.
Thank you.
So pretty much the perfect fight, Kev.
It
Seriously.
was by far Joe's best performance. And he's been showing me glimpses of that all year in the gym, and in fights I'm seeing a little bit of it, and I thought this was the perfect opponent and the perfect time of the year after putting 5 fights together in 7.5 months, that we would see the best of Joseph, we would see the skills that he possesses, and tonight I thought he was outstanding. I think he showed tonight just how world class he really is, and if that doesn't put the shutters into a few heavyweights around the world, I don't know what will.
What was the game plan tonight, Kevin?
Well, the game plan for a start was to work off the jab, to bust him up with the jab, to introduce the feints, to work up and down. We knew that once Joe established his jab and got his feint game going, there would be holes to the body. And I've been taking those body shots off Joe all year, and I'm just pleased to see him throw them on someone else.
Sometimes I miss it, get his actual body. But, it's an accident.
Hey Kevin, he stopped Costa Junior tonight. Hammer, who's higher ranked, wasn't able to do that. I think that's a big statement in the division.
Well, Christian Hammer's ranked number 7 in the world, and he couldn't do it over 12 rounds, and we'd fight Christian Hammer tomorrow. And you've heard me say this before, there are a lot of guys in the top 10 that I'd fight Joseph with immediately. But that's not how the rankings work. We're now in the rankings, and we have to systematically move our way up the rankings by fighting fighters like Beato Costa Junior. He was a big test for Joe tonight. He was a dangerous guy, and a couple of times when he actually let his hands go, he was dangerous. There was also, you could see the experience of the man, because Joe hit him with some huge shots in the first 3 rounds that most other fighters would have gone down a lot earlier. But the one he caught him at the end was picture perfect, and he was out before he hit the canvas. There was no way he was going to beat the count there.
Kevin, when I spoke to you earlier today, you said you didn't want to talk about the 2015 game plan. Can we talk about it now?
Yeah, well, as I mentioned in the ring tonight, Joseph fighting 5 times in 7.5 months. He had improved with every single fight. We saw his skill level develop. So I think that's the right scenario for us. And we plan on fighting him 5 times again next year. Joe, as he said, he's going on holiday. He'll come back to me early January, and we'll be looking to step into the ring sometime early March.
There's an opponent going to be named in the next couple of days. Can you give us any kind of hint about that?
No, because if I did, Dean Lonergan won't pay me.
There's a title bout on the 17th of January with the undefeated American Dante versus another guy whose name I can't pronounce. You're going to keep
Dante Wilder and Domain Severn. Yes.
So you're taking close notes on these particulars?
Of course we are. In fact, we have our stablemate and sparring Domain Severn at the moment.
So Joseph, was that round that you took him out in, was that the game plan round for you?
No, it wasn't really. We didn't really pick around, and we didn't even. We weren't going in there to look for the knockout. We went there with a good plan. And Kevin said once it presented itself, just to take it. And I saw an opening, and those feints were working. They were working on, so it was just a clean shot at the right time.
Joseph, you sparred with Vladimir Klitschko. He did the business.
I haven't really had the opportunity to spar him yet.
Yep. Okay, so obviously you saw what he did recently to another undefeated opponent.
Yes.
How far ahead is he? Do you think you're sort of keeping close?
Klitschko's on his own level, and sometime soon we'll be able to get the chance to spar with him and test ourselves against him. And I can't really say anything at this time, but once I test myself with him, then I'll be able to see where I'm at.
I think we need to put everything into perspective. Joe's been a professional now for 2 years, and he's 22 years of age. Klitschko's been fighting for over 15 years, and he's 38. Klitschko's not even on our radar at the moment. That's who everyone aspires to beat. He is the best heavyweight in the world. And we're looking at, we're looking closely at the main event. We're also looking at Ruslan Chagayev, the WBA regular champion. So there are other fighters out there that I would like Joe to fight.
Do you think that punch tonight is going to make it harder again for those kind of guys to want to step up?
Well, I think it's going to make a lot of people respect the power of Joseph Parker. And in fact, you heard the TAB the other day saying, for the first time in the Joseph Parker fight, most of the money has gone on the fight to go the full 10 rounds. And when I heard that, I thought, are you crazy? I expected Joe to knock him out. I believed he would knock him out. Joe's a very heavy-handed fighter, and the fact that he didn't knock out Sherman Williams, all of a sudden, he's not a knockout guy again. So that was a bad call by those who were betting the 10 rounds.
This was a clean one-punch knockout tonight. First time really this year. He's knocked guys out with accumulation, but this was really the first time you hit a guy with one big shot and put him to sleep, as Kevin said before the game.
Definitely developing skill, technique, and power. We're doing everything in the gym to be able to get ourselves to improve.
Just sitting down on that right.
Sitting down on those punches, and it's taking me a while to learn. But Kevin's still teaching me, and I'm still learning every day. And
pleased with your defence tonight.
The hand did tend to drop again, but I know Kevin always reminded me in the corner, Joe, lift up that left hand, and so I try my best tonight to lift it up.
I don't think we saw Joe get hit with anything with any power. His jab controlled the whole fight when he was moving forward or when he was going forward or moving back. And that was always the plan. When you've got a jab as good as Joseph Parker, you shouldn't get hit with right hands.
Kevin, Joseph really showed his power in that punch that put the opponent down. Did you know he had that kind of power weight?
Of course I do. I've been telling people all the time, Joe's a very heavy-handed fighter. We've had, like in the 12 fights we've had 10 KOs now. That explains the power. And the guys that we're knocking out, are good fighters. There's not too many people knocked out Minto the way Joe destroyed him. We knocked out Nascimento, destroyed Tapu. And then the fight tonight, it just shows it's an accumulation of the development of Joseph's skills, how much he's improving and what he can do now. As I said during the week, he has terrific ring generalship. He's a world-class fighter.
Is there anyone out there with hands as quick as Joseph at the moment?
I don't believe so, no. I don't believe there's anyone that can pull the trigger as fast as Joe. Not with the amount of power that we can deliver with the speed.
This time next year, if you look at the world rankings, where do you think Joe could be sitting?
I think this time next year, well, let me first say, at the end of last year, we said that at the end of 2014, Joseph would be ranked in the top 10, while Joseph's ranked number 10 with the WBA. I believe that this time next year, Joseph will be ranked in the top 10 with the 4 major organisations, and possibly even ranked in the top 5 with one of them. That'll be my goals for Joe.
Will he take a bump in the rankings with this fight tonight?
I would think so. You'd have to. The guy was ranked number 15 in the world with the WBA, BO. Only one loss to his record, a 12-round decision to the number 7 in the world, and Joe puts him to sleep with one punch in round 4. I think we would have to move up the rankings.
These guys
I thought you were going to leave me hanging for a second there, mate. I thought you were going to leave me hanging there for a second.
I'll give you 5.
Thanks, mate.
Are you a fighter as well?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. What did you think of Joe's performance? Were you impressed?
Yeah, definitely.
Where does that power come from? Do you think that's a gift, or does he work in the gym for that, or is that just like a gift from God? Sort of?
He's been boxing since he was like 6.
6 years old?
Yeah.
I see.
Started amateur and turned pro.
I see. Anyway, celebrations on tonight, right?
Of course.
I see.
You going after party?
There's an after party?
Mate,
no, every
what planet
Friday.
have you been living on?
There has to
South
be.
party.
We don't know where it is now, but there is one.
Our luck's great. Yeah, cheers. Thanks, man.